Oh, well, hello, normal voice mode. Hello, my buoys. So this is flight 85, I think.
So this flight is on my dudek ReportAir, which I bought as a spare to my Universal. I just wanted to have a spare wing, but my God, is it a different beast. It's a little bit more agile. Obviously, it's no acro wing, but apparently it's very efficient for doing XCs, and it's certainly far more manoeuvrable than the Universal, which is extremely safe and an extremely good wing. But here we go.
So Martin's set up over there. He's just about to take off, and the wind's a bit variable. It keeps coming in and out, so we're going to see what we can achieve in this lovely sunshine. Get to see that much. Let's see when he get up. It's going for a forward launch. I'll reset my altimeter. My altimeter's now set.
So for those playing along at home, here's a screenshot of the whole XC we did. We were planning on going to Constanta, which is actually north, but the return journey would have been headwind, and it was forecast to actually possibly increase in wind, so we just basically went with the feel and see where we got to.
Either way. Oh yeah, look at that. Piece of a dingly. Oh, and he's blown by. Oh, my wing has just blown all over the place. Well, I did set it out behind his wing, so I suppose you get what you pay for, don't you? Bloody hell. Bloody hell, Baldrick. Not really into wind, am I? The wind's... maybe I am. That'll do. Clear prop. Beautiful. First time every time today. Oh. Woo!
And this is Robbie. Yay, Robbie! He flies a flex wing and he's doing loads of work on the field.
Fucking hell, we're wobbling about, aren't you? Where's Martin? Ooh. A bit bouncy. Oops. 400
So I think we're flying here at 6:30 or 7 or something. Quite bumpy down below. Yeah. Wow. So here I am putting the trims out, which puts into full reflex. Apparently this wing, according to Dudek, is more and more safe the faster you fly it, basically. Its internal air pressure is quite high, being a sharp nose wing.
Right, well, there we go. Oh my God.
So I guess now it's just a case of hanging on and riding out the bumps.
Well, so yeah, flight 85. Everything's looking good, isn't it? Bit of turbulence as we came up to about 1,200 feet, and now it's nice and still and looking really good. Just heading to the edge of the NOTAM now. To the left we've got the bombing range. Apaches, A-10s, you name it. Eurofighters going there to...
Indeed, I flew last year. There was a typhoon coming in, a bombing run, roughly where Martin is now, below me in the sky. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I better avoid his weight here. What's he doing? Hey, sir. Hello. I was just thinking I want to avoid your weight.
Now, GoPros always make things look far, far away because they're very wide-angled. He was actually very close to me, and I was actually seriously worried about his wake.
Yeah, I'm at your 5 o'clock. Yeah, I got you. Okay. You got a camera? I've got a GoPro on, yeah.
No!
Whee!
That is so cool.
I'm just overtaking it.
Absolutely brilliant.
Now, the interesting thing is here, Martin's an ex-fighter pilot, tornadoes and various other things.
Oh,
And when we landed, he actually said, wow, I've flown in formation many times, but that was something else. And I said, what? You know, fighter pilot? And he said, yes, but there's no windscreen, no cockpit.
Yeah.
It's just completely open and out in the fresh air.
You just cruise ahead, I'll position behind you, and then I'll call for a 360 if I need it.
right. Now look at these fields here. Now,
Yeah. Just beautiful, isn't it?
I have to drag that on the way back.
So me and Martin fly exactly the same wing, ReportAir, 24 minutes, I think it is. Only I'm 10 kilograms heavier, being a fat bastard. So I fly slightly heavier than him, so often I have to turn around and come up behind him because I'm flying faster, because I'm heavier on the wing.
I wouldn't mind doing one actually. I'll go to the left. Is that all right?
Again?
I'm going to circle round to the left.
Okay.
But you know, we're both constantly communicating each other's presence in the sky, so
See that marsh?
trying to avoid a mid-air collision as such.
Oh, beautiful.
Indeed, a year ago I did suggest flying side by side with Martin, and he looked a bit reluctant, but I think possibly he realises, even though I call myself parotard, I am actually quite a sensible person. I think we gained a lot of confidence on this flight because we're calling out each other's positions. You know, I don't want to hit somebody else in mid-flight, so I'm pretty sensible about it.
Gonna give you a 360,
To what turn?
Yeah, just give me a right 360 or left 360.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Stunning. You would have thought a year ago we'd be doing this.
Yeah.
Bloody marvelous.
Indeed, Martin started training a little bit ahead of me.
Ooh.
And, well, I had a few months with a bad knee because I hit a shed and all the rest of it, which you can see in a video if you look back on the collection.
Oh, God. Still a bit on the scary side, though.
What did you do?
Nothing, really. I'm just wobbling about a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed, it was getting a bit thermic around here, especially when we headed towards town. There's a power station there and whatever, and I got a little bit scared. I don't know whether it was casting off some thermals. In fact, at one point I thought I was going to throw up.
Had a nice meal. When you look at the river, it just kicks in a bit in the centre of King's Lynn.
Oh, yeah.
And the restaurant kind of looks down the river. That was quite nice the other night.
Oh, cool.
First time I've been out for a meal for about a year, I think.
Of course, I've got a newborn baby in the house. What else can you do? Stay inside and be pooped on.
Oh, there's that stupid gas vent over there as well, isn't there?
Yeah. If it's not sensitive, we should be alright.
Otherwise known as a gas-powered power station. Dead ahead, that white blob there. It's actually palm paper, but the power station's just behind it.
The thing I noticed when I got involved with it, you can smell it.
Right.
Smell this sort of gas. Oh, gosh, what's that? And then all of a sudden, it started shaking around. The best way to get out is dead.
Right. I think I'll head. Maybe we should head to the right of that fire and then go straight to the. I suppose it's downwind. It'd be about here, wouldn't it?
Yeah. We should be alright here.
You know, it's scaring me.
We might pick up something from all these brown fields here.
Oh God. Oh my God. Probably in your wake.
Yeah.
Christ. Let's go over these buildings. It's going to be rocky.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
I'm going to try and ride it out.
Okay.
God.
I'm in your corner
Yeah.
So this is probably the rockiest ride I've had so far in paramotoring. And about here, like I said earlier, I started to feel sick. And probably after a minute I got diverted by something else and it all subsided. But I really did think I was going to puke up, which has been rather interesting because it would have kind of come out of my mouth and blown back in my face, all over my face, down the side of my helmet, into my jacket, probably spilling out into the net and the prop. Excellent, happy days.
Yeah, you're probably making about 33 tons.
Yeah.
I'm doing 20 miles an hour, slightly slower than you, but it's pretty spot on.
Can the GoPro die about now? I need to find out how to turn it on and off in flight, really. Oh, it's a train.
Yeah.
Choo-choo indeed. And it didn't. I'm shooting here at 1080p. So really a 64 gigabyte or megabyte or whatever the memory card is. I should know because I've got a degree in bloody computer programming. But yeah, fair amount of duration with an extra battery strapped to it.
Oh, that could be the pumping station. If you look where that other river goes off,
Yeah.
you've got 3 rivers. There's a thing across. Oh, Christ. Get a bit bumpy again. Oh. Just go up to that and I'll turn round.
Okay.
So, a little bit of a boring explanation of these rivers. You see the one on the left, kind of Miranda's around. That's naturally
Like a big
formed,
pond.
and the one on the right was built to kind of stop flooding. Now, what used to happen is you used to get a tidal surge upriver from the wash inland, and often it would meet a tidal surge from the other way coming out to sea. So they built 2 rivers and basically can open the sluice gates so they can divert each one either left or right, so the two don't ever meet, because in the 40s and 50s there was quite a lot of people killed due to flooding.
Oh, the sun's going beyond a cloud, isn't it? It's a shame. Oh, you all right for me to turn round?
Yep. Yeah,
I'll do a right turn.
okay. I'll be above you.
So about now we decide to turn back. 40 minutes into the flight. Actually, in fact, we needn't have done because we zoomed back.
I'll use the turn to capture the
Oh, well, now what we're going to do? 74.
Oh,
Wow.
look at the wash. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to pick up some speed now. Yeah, 43 miles an hour.
What do you want to do? Follow the A17 or?
Oh, we can go further up towards the wash and then back off.
Yeah, okay. Take the way we came, basically.
Yeah, nice on that.
If it's
It was bumpy on there,
could go really low the other side of the.
Yeah.
Well, it could go low just here, actually. Well, after that.
Yeah, once we get clear of the village,
Yeah.
I go at about 6, and then we can still use brake.
Yeah.
Now, the first flight I had on this ReportAir, I actually flew over to a friend's farm and I wazzed it around through his potato fields, foot dragging into fantastic little openings and tyre tracks of tractors and things, and wazzed it around some trees, which I'd never done before. It just pulls and suddenly becomes manoeuvrable, but unfortunately the wind was a little bit high and gusty this day.
Mind you, I'll keep it steady altitude. Just to find out what the fuel consumption will be, really.
Yeah.
Close to 1,900 feet. How's that happen?
Yeah, you are. I'm at 90. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. I've been descending.
Isn't it?
Yeah, according to... We must be rising air, because according to me, I'm still going up and I'm nearly in idle.
Yeah, me too.
I'm flying left now, nearly idle.
So here our altimeter suddenly showed a massive increase in altitude. I think we both came to the conclusion that the pressure must changed and kind of thrown the readings off because I'm sure we didn't gain that much altitude.
Should we go like trim 6 and go down to a couple hundred feet?
Can do.
Just fly back at a couple hundred feet. Beautiful.
There we go. Drop the throttle. I do a right turn. I don't know where you are. Oh, yes, I do. I can see you.
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
So here we are, pulling a right turn, fairly tight, not a tuck-a-cock or any of this acro business, I suppose, but oh God, it feels good.
Oh, yeah. This is I'm at 1,200 feet. It doesn't look to me like 1,200 feet.
Yeah, I've got 1,200 now. I'm just going to descend straight ahead and then fly at 300 feet across these fields.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's better.
Oh, you can see, from down here, you can see Boston stump over there.
Yeah, very clearly.
Sticks out like a Boston stump.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Stumpy. Oh, Chilli! Pilot-induced oscillation. Oh.
See, I'm now at 250 feet. This is the height we used to fly around all the time. We do like 600 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Did you feel many bumps? Or did they just... No.
Yes, that's right, you heard it. He used to fly at 200 feet at 600 mile an hour. Wow. And this is flat country, isn't it? He would have done it between in the Lake District, Scotland, and all the rest of it, around Wales, you name it. Woo!
If I spiral down, you can go through those fields really low, couldn't you?
Yeah. Watch out for turbulence off the trees.
Yeah.
Wind all from our left, so if you pass to the left-hand side of the trees, you'll be alright.
Yeah. Right, there we go.
See our airfield from here as well.
Yeah.
The hangar stands out really well.
And at this point I'm thinking, what the bloody hell's he on about? I can't see no bleeding hangar.
Right.
I'm too busy looking at that field thinking, wow, I'm going to fly low. But then at the last minute I can see a power cable in it and whatever. A little bit windy and a bit of a rotor coming off the trees, I guess. So take it easy.
Cable in that field, I can see it. Yeah, just exactly where I was thinking of going.
Yeah, I got them.
So here we are, we're pulling a tight turn here. Kind of going in a bit of a spiral. The GoPro doesn't really show it, but I'm sure that tip was kind of horizontal to me. And you're pulling a little bit of G. It's quite an adrenaline rush to do this. Try and lose altitude as you come down and fly a lot lower across these fields. Obviously obeying the 500 foot rule as you go.
Ooh, that's beautiful. Beautiful.
Mind you, for those American viewers, you don't have to obey the 500 foot rule. It seems as if you can do what you want, I believe, apart from overpopulated towns. Here in England we have to obey the 500 foot rule, and 1,000 foot over any highly populated conurbation. So here we are coming in low over this field. I think we're probably about 150 foot. I was going to go really low and foot drag through the field, but got a little bit bumpy actually, and because there's some trees there and a little bit of wind blowing. I haven't seen that video of that guy dying over. No, he didn't die. He survived. His helmet fell off, and he got to tell the tale. But yeah, I think we'll err on the side of caution, hey, for now.
Feet working.
So we came back to the airfield, slightly going over to the right to avoid any populated areas. We've had a few complaints about noise, so best keep away from built-up areas and people, basically. So we came in, and indeed there was 2 people parked on the road and a couple of cyclists watching my approach. So I thought I'd better not bugger this up. And so I was aiming for the middle of the field. Yeah, it was quite a nice approach. It was slightly high, so I did kind of a few kind of S turns in front of the field and landed successfully right in the middle.
Yeah, people parked having a good look.
Yeah.
Oh, stop and have a look.
Splat.
Of course, that's my imagination of me crashing and then YouTubing it and whatever and sharing it on Instagram. Fantastic!
Don't fuck up. Oh, that bloke was crap. He just came down and crashed.
Yeah. Well, it looks good.
You landing or dragging?
So I'm going to land. Prove myself a point now. Engine cut. And here we go. Flare. Oh. I'm happy with that. Now I want to see how much fuel I used.
So kind of the purpose of this XC was actually to work out the fuel consumption of the Bailey, otherwise known as Ermintrude, which turned out to be about 3.1 litres per hour.
That's good. That's good. A bit closer than me. Very nice. Dang. Oh, yes.
That is a good ending.
There was.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
In conclusion, what did we learn? So the purpose of this flight was really to gain a little bit more experience of the fuel consumption, which turned out about 3.1 litres per hour. Martin on his Monster 8185, I think he said he actually did about 4 litres. So, we're both flying the same wing. I'm slightly heavier, obviously, but yeah, maybe the advantage of the Bailey, the 4-stroke, is maybe not that great. I don't know. So anyway, after landing, I thought, got to get up in the air again. So I went round, did a few foot drags, and came in with a powered-on landing, as you see here, which was rather nice.
Epic.
Epic indeed.